What's up, guys? LQ here with the LQ Review, and I'm here with my review of Survivor Season 39, Island of the Idols, Episode 2. And guess what? Guess what? Vince and Missy are still in it. That's right, my picks from day one, Vince and Missy, they're still in it, they're still going strong, and neither one of them appear to be in any trouble. So that's great. Molly, on the other hand, oh, Molly, we barely knew you. But you're gone. And that's okay. That's okay. I like this whole Revenge of the Nerds thing that they have going. The whole outcast teaming up to take out the cool kids. That's fun. That's a dynamic that, we've seen everything in Survivor now, because Survivor's in its 39th season. But this is something we haven't seen a lot of, where the nerds, the outcast, team up to take out the cool kids. So that's cool. I forget the name of the girl who went to Island of the Idols. I honestly don't remember her name. She was the Asian chick that didn't like to be touched. I didn't like Island of the Idols as much today as I did in episode 1, and here's why. So I like the interactions that Rob and Sandra have with people when they come to the Island of the Idols. I think it's fun interactions, right? It's Rob and Sandra. I love Rob and Sandra. But what we had in the first season, what we had in the first episode was they taught the survivor something, and then they gave the survivor an opportunity to implement what they learned in a challenge against Rob. So that's where it's different. Implementing what you learned, that was the same here. In a challenge, that was the same here. But it wasn't against anybody. It wasn't against anybody. I like the idea of them challenging one of the idols, be it Rob or Sandra. I like the idea of them having to go head to head with one of the idols. There was no head to head here. It was just, do you know the questions or not? And I think that lowered the dramatic stakes for me. Once he said, you got to get 3 out of 5 right, I was like, well, she's going to win. She's going to win because it's not in a position. Number one, she only has to know a little over half of them. And number two, she's not in a position to be beat by anybody. I would have rather have had her go up against Sandra and Rob read some cards from the stuff that she shared about her family. So I didn't like Island of the Idols as much this time around. It's still a good concept, and I think it's still going to lead to some really good stuff. But this time it didn't work for me as good as it did the first time. I still like it. And it still worked for me enough that I still think it's a good concept. But it worked better on the first time because it was a head-to-head. So that's what I'm hoping we get back to. Overall, I still feel... And maybe I'm wrong on this, and maybe somebody can correct me here, but I still feel like we're getting a lot less Jeff this season. A lot less Jeff. Now, with Rob and Sandra being in the role that they're in, maybe inevitably that means we're going to get less Jeff. But I still feel like we had less Jeff. Now, obviously, like I said, we still get him in the challenge. We still get him at Tribal Council. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just the addition of Rob and Sandra makes it feel like there's less Jeff. But to me, it just feels like we have less Jeff. But overall, this season seems to be pretty well matched so far. Each tribe has won a challenge. And each tribe has different social dynamics within it that could be a hindrance or could be good things. It's too early to tell if there's a real favorite at this point. And usually by this time, I'm like, that tribe's going to decimate that tribe, or that tribe is the favorite. That's not the case here. Right now, I'm like, yeah, this is pretty evenly matched. I don't know how this is going to play out. But what I do know is going to play out is that Vince and Missy are going to make it to the final 2. Just wait and see. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm still getting over a chest cold. All right, guys. So what did you think of episode 2 of Island of the Idols? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for being here at the LQ Review, where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you later.